Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on and make a real quick video. I think a lot of my videos so far are just like project shares, and I was talking about how I was making baby albums, one for my next door neighbor and one for, I guess he would legally be my brother-in-law. It's my husband's dad's, let's see if we can follow the family line here. It's my husband's dad's wife's son, but he doesn't call her his stepmom, because, you know, Dad married her when Jason was, you know, already grown up and things like that. I think they've been together 11 years, and Jason and I are coming up on 9, so, anywho, legally brother-in-law, but he doesn't call him, like, his little brother or anything like that. So, anywho, they're having a baby, and she is due at the end of February, but she went into premature labor. I can't remember if it was before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, and that was scary, but they were able to stop, you know, the birth of the baby and do what they need to do, and I haven't heard any news yet, so I'm assuming she's still hanging in there, and baby's still developing, and we're doing good, and, you know, things like that. So I wanted to get this album done in case baby comes sooner than we hope, and they gotta fly, because they live in Montana, I think it is. I think it's where Jeffrey moved to. Anyways, so this is the album. And I goofed. Can you guys see this up here? This lovely border. So, it's really not that complicated to explain, but I don't know how to explain it properly. So, my pages here are 8 3/4, no, 8.5 by 9. So, 9 going this way, 8 1/4 going this way, 8.5 going this way. Oh my goodness, if I wrote down my measurements, I wouldn't be goofing this up. So I try to make it a bigger album. And my covers, I try to make 1/4 inch wider. So it's 9.5 by 8 3/4. But my 9.5 is going this way. And my 8 3/4 is going this way. Have you guys figured out where I goofed yet? This way is 1/4 of an inch too short compared to my pages. So I had to figure out a clever way, because I like glued it all in and then went, wait, why is this sticking up? This is like higher, and it was making me very angry and upset. And I didn't want to throw the whole book away, because I had decorated all of my pages, stuck them down to the binding, and then stuck the binding in. This is the first time I've ever done this. Usually I do all my binding, I do my cover, and, you know, I put my pages in, and then I go through and I decorate the pages. But I wanted to try decorating the pages first, then slipping them on, then putting the I don't know if I'll do that again, because I apparently distracted myself, and I screwed up. But I'm hoping you can't tell. Can you guys, like, see, like, the pages up here? I don't know if you can see where my finger is. That's where the page stops. So I'm hoping with this being there, it kind of disguises it a little bit, and you can't really see it as much. So, and the only thing that really concerns me is that, like, my mother-in-law is a crafter herself, and she's a perfectionist. So, yeah. Does anybody else have one of those people in their family? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The ones that like to critique everything you do and nothing you do is really nice. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm trying not to say too much, because I don't know if anybody that, you know, like I know personally watches my channel, so I don't want to be, and I don't mean it in a degrading way or in a mean way, it's just, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Those of you who follow me, you're shaking your head, because you know what I'm talking about. So anywho, I left this page plain, because I didn't know if they wanted to put, you know, baby's footprints on here and the handprints when they take them at the hospital, or if they wanted to do, you know, the, like, ultrasound. So I didn't really want to decorate this page. I kind of left it alone. And then again, this is a 12-month thing. I put, with the first album that I showed you for the baby album, I didn't do as much. And I kind of feel bad because I'm thinking that I should have. But my next door neighbor is also really crafty, so I told her if there's anything she wants to add or wants me to add, she's more than welcome to come over, look through my stash, and we'll figure something out. But she seems to really like it, so I guess we're good. So I did like layouts on this because I know Jeffrey is not crafty at all. He's a gamer, so there's no crafting. So I just did, these are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I did little tags so they had little journaling spots. And I wanted to make sure they had enough room. And I'm not done because I do still need to make, because I made pockets, if I can open it here. And these are again with the manila envelopes. I'm speaking too quickly. And these are the ones that are 9 by, I think, 12.5 or something like that. And I just cut them down. So I still need to make my pockets, but my game plan for the pockets is just a plain white cardstock, which is what I used, with, you know, some decorative page, and then on the side I'll have 1 month, and then when you flip it over it'll say 2 month on this side of the tab. Oh, if I could get in shot. On this side of the tab it'll say 2 months, because I didn't want to put it on the page. So then these ones I have going this way, and again I cut a tag and I put a little teddy bears, and all this paper minus these guys. The what do you call those? These thingies. What are these called? Mats. That's what they are. I knew I'd get it figured out. Those are from my stash, and if I could figure out where I put it, I will show you. My desk is a hot mess. Don't look, guys. Don't look. So it's basically just a mat stack, and I don't know where I got these from, but it was a huge mat stack, and you know, it wasn't glued together like this one is. And this one, the cover fell off. I don't know where I got this one from either, but it's got all sorts of different, oh, I'm not doing a very good flip through, am I? This is just white cardstock, and then it's got like decorative pages in it, like plaid, and little splotches. Oops. One of these days, I'm going to be proud of myself because I'm going to get it right. And there's stars and stripes. Oh, that might make you a little dizzy. I'm going to get that one off there. Sorry. And faded stripes. And then, and swirls. I don't know if you guys can see that one. Is that it? And then the plain cardstock of whatever the primary color was. And then it starts again. And there's blue, red, and yellow with the green. So I got that one, and then this one, like I said, it's just, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was just a matte stack of, you know, basic colored cardstock, and I've been using those, and I've been using this guy, which is the original, darn it, I'm never going to get it. I have to give up. I'm not going to get it. It's backwards, and I can't remember that. This is the original stack that I was telling you guys about when I first started. And this is, I have the letters. Some of these, and some, they're falling apart. I don't know a good way to store these. If anyone has a tip, let me know. Because I thought about ripping them all apart, and then I'm like, no, because then I'm not going to find all the letters. And, boy, I have one of these left, one of these left. One of these, a butterfly, safety pins, and that's it. I have no more paper in this. I have, you know, bits and pieces on the side over here, which I plan to use for the tabs and for the cover sheets in here. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm not going to mat the ones that go in here, just so that way, because these are kind of, it has to go, the photo has to go this way. So I wanted to make sure they had room to decide, you know, somewhere else that they can make up their own mind as to where the photos are going to go. But I tried to make sure there were tags, and I put little stickers. I don't know if you guys can see it. A little teddy bear, and it says brand new. And then we'll keep going. This right here says "You Are My Sunshine" with the little booties and little duck and the little snail. Kind of, sort of. And then Bundle of Joy. And I put a little bit of ribbon and some brads. Again, like I said, this year is the year that I want to use everything in my room at least once. I don't want, like this pad, I got lucky. I had to make 2 baby albums. So it just lucked out that I needed to use the entire thing. I'm not worried about using everything in my room. That's not my goal. My goal is to make sure I use everything at least once. So I busted out some ribbon, which I've never used, just because I never had a project for it. That one says Peekaboo above the tag and New Baby. And then Dinner Time with the little cart, or the little wagon with the teddy bear. And then this one here, I had banner pieces that were inside the packet. And with some of the lettering, I just added Baby right across the top over the tag. I'm trying to get better at doing layouts. I'm thinking if I can do 8.5 by 9 layouts, I can work my way up to 12 by 12 and not be as intimidated. So we'll see. And I have the ABC 1, 2, 3. And again with the ABC 1, 2, 3 banner. And a little puppy. I love that puppy. This one right here was more banners. I don't know if you can see that I can lift them up. I made them 3-dimensional. And it says Love This. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Maybe. And then, so cute with the little picture frame. Ooh, I'll get it. I'm telling you, one of these days. And right here I added another brad. Because I gotta use my brads. I have a million of them. Bouncing Baby Boy with the little rattle in the feet. And then the carriage, and it says, "Babies are such a nice way to start people." And I love that. Because right here will be the, oh, wrong way. This book's a lot bigger than the last one, so I can't get it all in shot. So, but this one will be the 12-month page. And, you know, by 1 year old, these babies are getting personalities, and they're starting to talk, and they're starting to walk if they're not already running, and things like that. So I thought that was a perfect phrase for at the very end. So yeah, this is, like I said, almost done. I got to get some mats in there. I don't know if I'm going to leave these plain. I like my idea of leaving them plain and why I'm leaving them plain, but I don't do well with plain. I have to make it overly complicated and then frustrate myself. Like these right here, I wanted to cry because I wanted the green on the outside, and the paper that I punched is double-sided paper. And on one side, it's this green color, and on the other side, it's a purple color. Matter of fact, I will show you my mistake. So here's the green side, right? And you can see I punched it twice because I goofed, and I was trying to save it, and then I goofed again. And on the other side is this pretty purple color. Nice lavender, not so boyish. So I punched out one and realized, oh man, the other side's going to be lavender. I need to cover that up. So I tried taking this sheet and lining it up with this one and following it in my punch. And, oh, that's a real bad glare. This is the punch that I used. It's, I believe, EK Success. I got it on clearance. Yeah, EK Success. I got it at clearance at Michael's. And again, never used any of my punches. So I broke out, you know, all my punches and tried to use some of them. Anywho, back to this whole fun fiasco. So then I realized, okay, I'll just punch it again and try to line them up. But I got to make sure the green's on the other side, you know, like, if I can show you. Green on this side, right? Because I don't want lavender on there. So I thought I would be smart and take this piece that I had already punched out, put it inside here, my punch. I'll try to, oh, no, I don't want to blind people. Okay. So I tried to line it up with the punch, because you know on the sides you line it up and then that's how you know where to move it over. Put my straight piece on top of it and lined it up. Oh, it's probably because it's closed. Just kidding. Lined it up edge to edge here. This way. So I lined it up edge to edge here. Then I removed the paper slowly. Removed the paper of the one that I had already punched and started punching. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to work. And then I realized I was punching on the green side, which was fine, except in order for this side to line up with this side, my purple was still going to be showing on the inside. Because if I were to flip it over and try to line it up, can you see how that wouldn't work? They would be off. Let's try it this way. See how they would be off? You can see the green, maybe. There's the green pieces. Where's my finger? Goodness gracious, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, see the green here? No, this way. The green here and the green here. This purple wouldn't line up. So then I thought, okay, mental note to self. Flip it over, put the purple side up of the page that I hadn't punched, put the green side up, you follow me so far? Green side up into the punch and start punching. And for some reason, I convinced myself to flip it back over to the green side, and I started punching, and I went, no, this is still wrong. And I got 2 punches in and realized, no go. So I don't want to throw it away, because I can still use it for something else, but I'm really bummed that it didn't work out. So, with the very first one, it was complicated, and I was frustrated, and I walked away for about an hour, and I came back to it, and then I got smart. On the little side piece here, where am I going? Side piece here, and the back panel here, I took one sheet, like this, well, not like this, it wasn't punched out, scored it, folded it in half, glued it down, and then I punched it. Bam, done. Solution solved. So if you ever need to do that, that's how you do it. You fold your piece of paper in half, if it's double-sided, and you punch away. And it'll match up regardless, because, bam. You see what I'm saying? It took me 2 hours to figure that out. Kind of felt a little slow, because it wasn't coming to me. I went through 3 of these before I stopped and went, this is still wrong. I was pretty frustrated. So anywho, I wanted to share that with you. Actually, I'll leave it there so you guys have something to look at. Also, I am so excited. I wanted to get on here and tell you guys that I have officially started my blog. Is it cool? No. Is it me? Very. It looks like a cork board with pins on it. And like, I just thumbtacked things on there, and I heard my phone buzzing. I don't know where it's at. Anywho, and I literally have just been rambling, kind of like I do on here. So, they're probably going to be boring. Until I can figure out how to put photos from my phone onto my blog, there's not going to be a lot of pictures on there, which as soon as I finish this, I'm going to take pictures with my phone, and then have hubby teach me how to upload them from my phone to my computer, and fingers crossed that'll work. Still a ton of kinks that I'm trying to work out on my blog. Like, there's this one section on my blog, it's 3 little blocks, and it says, enter photo from blog here. So, hubby took a picture and uploaded it to the blog, and it didn't go where the little blocks were. So then we tried to just upload a photo from like our memory bank in the computer to the box, but there's no option for that. So there are 3 empty boxes just hanging out, pinned up on my board. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to fix that. It took us about 3 hours to figure out how to get the little subscribe, because a lot of you have mentioned, you know, allowing people to put in their email address, so whenever I put up a blog, you'll get the email. Took us about 3 hours to figure out how to get that up there. That was pretty frustrating. But I think it'll be, I love to talk, as you guys can see. It took me, we're almost at 20 minutes now, just to describe what I did for this. Yeah, I'm a slow crafter, I'm a long talker. But, I think it'll be a good place for me to allow myself to get a tad bit more personal. It's basically going to be a journal for me and for anybody who wants to join in, you know. I have no idea. I don't think it's just going to be specifically crafting, because I'm hoping that I'll be able to expand the horizon and not just crafty people, but, you know, like my family and my friends and things like that who aren't into crafting will kind of want to know what I'm doing. And I'm not a big Facebook post person. I don't. When, you know, you have that little space bar that says, how are you feeling today? I just don't add anything ever. I might repost something that somebody else has posted because I thought it was funny, or it was, you know, it was sentimental, or it meant something to me. But other than that, I don't really post, like, how I'm feeling for the day, what I did, pictures of my children, things like that. I just don't. So I think my blog would be a good place to kind of not really so much see what I do every day, because I'm not going to tell you guys that I sat on my butt in the craft room all day. Because that would be, I mean, that's already way more boring than what's, you know, because that's basically my day. But I have plans to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I want to make it a routine. I really want to get into this. I need to learn how to monetize, is that what it's called? My blog, I think. Because I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I don't really know what it is. I don't want anyone to think that, oh, she's in this for the money. No, I'm not. If I make $1 off of it, I will be excited. And that's for like the entire year, or as long as I have my blog up. I'm not in it for the money, but if I can make money off of it, why not? Unfortunately, I don't have a job right now. I unfortunately have been told by 3 different doctors I can't work. For those of you who don't know my backstory, my very first video explains basically everything about, like, what's going on with me health-wise and why I'm not working. So, if I'm going to be crafting and I'm going to be sharing my life and I can make $1 every once in a blue moon, why not, right? So, if anybody knows how to do that, I would really appreciate learning how to do that. And I don't want it to be ads that are just like, because I know it has to do with like ads or something like that. I don't want it to be ads that are like so far-fetched and random. I want to know how to control them, and like Hobby Lobby coupons and Michael coupons and things that I would personally use, you know. So again, yeah, it's a learning experience, and it's been a lot of fun so far. It's been a lot of nail biting. I can't lie. But I'm very, very excited about this journey. I'm going to try to link it below, but if that does not work, I have linked it in my About Me section, and it'll say, I think I put down my blog, but it's Creativity by Gidge. And I should probably have written that down somewhere. This looks good. It is... Oop. I apparently wrote this way too big. Anywho, it is that. CREATIBYBYGIDGE.com. I have the feeling I'm going to get this question. What's the name about? My nickname in high school was Gidget. I don't know how many of you know the Gidget movies with Sandra Dee from like the 50s. I was a huge fan of those movies growing up. I swore I was going to marry Moondoggie. Anywho, so that was always my nickname. When I started getting my other friends to watch the movie, Gidget means girl plus midget. I'm 5'1". I was always the shortest person. I've grown up the shortest person. I have a feeling my children are going to be the shortest person in their classes. So, Creativity by Gidge. So yeah, I hope you guys will follow along. If it's boring, don't. I mean, I don't want anyone to feel obligated like they have to, you know, read what I'm doing, because today, for example, I just posted my blog, and it dawned on me, I'm like, oh man, I haven't made a video in a while. I should probably get on that. I went to the dentist today. Yay! That was the exciting part of my day. And I went to Target. I bought a planner, because I do really, really want to get into swaps. I got this planner in the $3 spot or whatever it's called at Target. So, you guys might laugh, and that's okay. I've never owned a planner before. I can't say never, because I have like the daily agendas and things like that in school. My problem with them, I can't remember to write in them. And if I remember to write in them, I can't remember where I put them. So, I have decided that this is the year that I am going to stick with it, because I want to get into swaps. I want to build up my courage to get on at least one design team. Not even, well, no, I shouldn't even say that, because it's not a matter of whether or not I get on a design team. I want to try out for a design team, just to say I did it. You know what I mean? I want to build up the courage and be confident enough in my work to apply. Does that make sense? So this will, and like, I already have, for July, because I'm very excited. So my very first entry in my very first planner is, I don't know if you guys can see that, 3 ATCs for Gareth Swap, mail out ASAP. And I put it down for July 1st, so that way they will for sure be to him before the end of July, because our swap is in July, and I'm very, very excited about it. So, he's my very first entry in my brand new planner. Hi, Gareth! So, yeah, very excited, and this journey has taken me so far, and I am still so very humbled by it. And I also, not just to share my project, but I also wanted to get on here and say thank you guys so much for hanging in with a crazy person like me who rambles and has no idea what she's doing. I have so many projects in mind for this year. Does anybody else do that? Like, game plan your entire year of what you're going to do crafty-wise? I have these two giant, I don't even know what they're made out of. They're this, goodness gracious, awful gold rustic color, and it's the theater masks, the Smile Now, Cry Later, and I really, really want it. They freak me out. They're just so creepy looking right now with the gold that they are. So I asked, because they were my husband's grandfather's, and I, you know, if he said no, I wasn't going to touch them, but I asked for his permission if I could do something with them. So I'm going to go mix media on them. I have no idea what the game plan is, but that's one of the projects that I want to do. The other, where'd he go? Where did I, oh, just kidding. I actually tried to clean my room a little bit, just a wee bit, not much. I'm going to take this out real quick before it blinds anybody. Is that going to blind someone there? Okay. I bought this configuration box. It's the Tim Holtz, wrong way, configuration box by Tim Holtz. And I got it at Tuesday morning for like $4.99. And I want to do, wow, totally lost my train of thought. What am I thinking of? Oh, our trip to Hawaii. So I'm going to set this here now. And I bought like little glass vials, and we have the like cork from our champagne bottle that we got from the hotel room and things like that. And I want to configure this box, but I kind of want to do something quirky with it. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, like how I want to do the box. But this is another project that I want to get done this year. I'm going to just leave that there because I don't want to stick the glass thingy or the plastic piece in front of you guys and blind you. But I don't want it to be just the configuration box. I want to figure out how to make it look like a trunk. But, how do I explain this? Okay, so the configuration box is going to be on this side, and I want my album, my mini album, to be on this side. So when I fold it in half, or when I fold my mini album on top of this box, it'll look like a trunk on the side. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, and not just to me. Yeah. I'm probably going to do this one as a, not so much like, 'cause I don't really think I'm doing tutorials. I don't really think I'm teaching anyone anything, but, you know, kind of like a process video. That's what they're called. We'll call them process videos. I think I want to do this one as a process video. I'm very excited about it. So, I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I don't know how I'm going to attach this to a mini album. But I'll get it, I'll play with it, and I'll figure it out with scrap pieces of paper until I get it right, and then I'll go for the real thing. The other major project that I want to get done is my organizer. Because I haven't given up on that, and I really want to... I have to learn how to do, like, PDF files, and so much learning. There's so much computer learning that I really, really wish I would have taken computer classes when I was in high school. Because in Vegas, you only have to do half a credit of computers, and I did mine in the 6th grade. I was playing Oregon Trail. Anybody else remember that game? So I didn't learn much. So yeah, I really wish I would have taken computer classes in high school because computers had become a little more, tech savvy, which I am so not. But yeah, I have so many things like running through my head. I also got to figure out what I'm doing for Valentine's Day for my son's class, because apparently the boxes were a hit. Now everybody wants to know what I'm doing for Valentine's Day. Me, I don't know. I got to figure something out quick though, because it's right around the corner. It's a month away. I also have to do my thank you cards for my weddings. For my wedding. Because I'm coming up on my 1 year mark. I am so bad. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I think this is the reason why I haven't tried out for design teams, because I'm so afraid that I'm not going to get them done on time. Because I'm one of those people that if I'm not scrambling to get it done, I don't do it right. Does that make sense? Like, the longer I take my time on it, the more I overthink it, the more I panic about it, the more it doesn't look right to me, and then I just have to stop. But if I'm in a last minute, oh crap, I gotta get this done, they look perfect. Not perfect, but I'm okay with how they turn out. So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. So if you guys have any suggestions for Valentine's Day that are quick and easy, because I have to make 24 of them, I think. Something like that. And I have to make a few extras for my daughters. And then for Scarlett, because she likes to give them out to my friends. So that way she feels like she's giving out stuff too. So, anywho, like I said, I just wanted to get on here and say thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. And the friendships that I have made are just amazing. There's no way to say thank you enough for everything and joining me on this crazy whirlwind that I have been on since July of last year. It's been amazing, and I am so grateful for it. And, it's like I told my husband, I don't have a lot of friends outside of, our little circle that we have. And I don't get out, you know what I mean? I don't have the work friendships anymore. I don't have that sense of accomplishment every day from going to work, and I think that's still been really hard for me to accept. But doing this, not that this feels like a job, I don't want anyone to take it that way. It doesn't feel like a job to me. This is something I truly love to do. It's something that I'm really passionate about, but there's still so much for me to learn. So I'm really excited about learning it and being able to talk to other people who can understand what I'm trying to say and explain to me what the proper terms are or what an easier way to do it is, things like that. It's awesome because I don't have that in my circle of friends. None of my friends are crafty. I have one friend who is semi-crafty, but she's not, she doesn't do altering things or make your own mini albums. She does the 12x12 layouts that she puts, the pictures down. She'll add a couple of stickers and journaling, and she's done. That's what she enjoys to do, and that's fine. I'm the type of person I like to embellish, and I like to play, and I like to use a hot glue gun, and things like that. So when I try to talk to her about what I'm doing, she looks at me like I'm speaking Kryptonian. And then I have my friend Tina, who's like, yeah, I really want to get into crafting, but I don't have patience for it. So we're going to wait till I retire. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to store it at your house. And when I retire, you can teach me patience. So that way I'm not one of those mean people when I'm older. She's 40. I'm like, really? You got 25 years to go before you can even think of retirement. So I I have nobody else to talk to other than you guys, and you guys are my crafty family. So it's been so much fun. And again, I just wanted, like I said, I wanted to take some of your time and just say thank you for you guys leave me the most awesomest comments and, you know, give me the courage to keep making videos and, you know, keep my wheels turning and not dwell on the fact that I'm no longer working. 'Cause yeah, that's a huge thing for me. When I, you know, people are like, oh, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I craft. Oh, it must be nice to craft for a living. I'm like, yeah, I don't craft for a living. I craft for me and for my friends. Which is funny because I don't keep anything that I craft, now that I think about it, except for the stuff for my wedding. I've kept all that. So, like I said, I think this year is going to be a little bit more about things to go in my house. Like, you know, my album trunk thing that I want to make. The creepy masks that are hidden under a quilting thing in my room. I really have to do something with that. But I want to record all that stuff, so still working on, you know, the whole cleaning up of the craft room, and it's getting there, slowly but surely. It seems like every time I clean up a section in the craft room, my kids come in and craft, and I have to clean that section up again. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, anywho, like I said, just wanted to get on here. I said I only wanted to get on here for a minute, and it's been almost 40. I talk way too much. You guys probably hit stop like 20 minutes ago. Anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, listening to me babble and ramble, and share some of the projects that I want to get done this year. I figure if I share them, I'll hold myself more accountable for them. I also wanted to share the news about my blog, and I hope you guys are all having a crafty week, and I will be seeing you guys real soon. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Bye.